What is up everybody, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'm going to show you all the items and or unlocks you can go after in the Spellbound collection event. So similar to many of those guys, there's only two ways to actually get these items. That's going to be using your crafting metals and or spending real money on these, so it's probably going to cost like 160 bucks. I guess you can say it's truly an Apex experience. My goodness, I've been seeing that everywhere. But nonetheless though, the first thing I do want to show is going to be the SEER Heirloom, which I do think this one does look pretty awesome, but I feel like a lot of players probably wanted a different character's heirloom, if you know what I mean there. But here's the first
My
thing.
heart beats stronger with each challenge I overcome.
Hopefully we all can. Then moving over to the next thing is a banner. Definitely pretty cool. Then obviously the heirloom after that. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. And now moving over to all the items you can actually unlock in the collection event. Also guys, am I the only one that keeps getting fatal errors after the update? My goodness. But moving over to the first thing's going to be a crypto emote. This one's honestly kind of cool. And then moving over to the next item is going to be a Watson emote. Then we'll have a banner and or frame for Fuse. Then we'll have one for Vantage. That one's kind of cool. Then we'll have a skydiving emote for Seer, which would make sense considering his heirloom's available in this event. Kind of like that one a bit. Then we'll have an emote for Loba. And then moving over to the next item is going to be an epic skin for Ash. I do think a lot of players are probably going to like some of these because at least they do have more detail to them. I really do feel like a lot of the blue skins in the game are honestly kind of useless, which I feel like many people will agree with. Moving over to a devotion skin here. Kind of like that one a bit. It also reminds me of that one skin from that prize tracker a long time ago. Then we'll have an emerald skin for the lovely Rampage. Love using this gun when it's in the care package. My goodness, the damage it puts out. I really do like the gold around there, plus the green does look really good on there. Then we'll have a skin for Valkyrie, which I do have to admit, for being an epic skin, I do feel like these do actually look pretty awesome. I also feel like many players in some of the recent collection events, some of those skins honestly don't look the greatest. But moving over to the next thing is going to be a skin for the Sentinel. That one's kind of cool. I kind of like I think that's Ash on the side there. I honestly really don't know on that. But moving over to the next one is going to be for the RE45. I know the guns in the crate are obviously very random on which one you might get, but my goodness, I have not seen this gun that often at all online. I normally always see the Rampage and or normally get shot by the Rampage. And now let's move over to all the legendary items in the collection event. Now starting off here with the alternator skin, so I would say this one does look actually pretty dope for the most part. I do like that like weird spinny wheel in the front there. Obviously I don't think any of the alternators in the game have different iron sights. Let me know in the comments below guys if I'm wrong on that. I personally don't really use that many alternator skins for that matter, but moving over to the next skin is going to be one for Mad Maggie, which I do think this one for being a legendary looks pretty dope. I really do like that skull on the side with like the blue coming out of it, plus that wheel on the bottom, which is obviously her ult. I also had to log back onto the game once again because I keep getting the fatal error after this update. My goodness, can more updates not break the games, please? But moving over to the next item is going to be for the Spitfire, which I have to admit, this one is actually pretty awesome. I was thinking about getting a different skin for the Spitfire, and my goodness, this definitely might be one of them. But moving over to the next thing is going to be a skin for the G7, which funnily enough, I don't have any legendary skins for this gun, so maybe I might end up picking up this one because I do think this one is pretty awesome looking. I do like the design of that. But moving over to the next skin is going to be for Fuse, and my goodness, his hair is legitimately orange, which would obviously make sense considering, he does obviously use fire with his cannon, which I also don't know if the cannon is still fixed when you actually use it. Let me know in the comments below, guys, if you can actually see the skin of the cannon of the skin you're actually running. I've always wondered if they have fixed that because I really don't use this dude all that much, but for a legendary skin, I think we can all agree this one does look pretty dope. And then moving over to the next skin is going to be for the longbow here. So I feel like a lot of players might not actually get the skin for the longbow. For me personally, guys, I don't see many people run this gun in many of the lobbies I'm in. For me personally, I'd probably pick the Sentinel over this. I just like how that sniper feels. I'm not saying this gun is bad, I'm just not a huge fan of it. But maybe I do need to pick this thing up a little bit more often. And at least this skin's going to have a ton of color to it, which is going to make it look pretty awesome. And then moving over to the next skin is going to be for SEER. So if you guys did actually get the Heirloom, you're obviously going to get this skin unlocked automatically because you kind of have to buy all the skins anyway. But I do have to admit, at least many of the legendary skins in this collection event do honestly look pretty awesome for that matter. Moving over to the next one will be for Crypto. So if you guys are a Crypto main, this can definitely be a skin to look at. I feel like a lot of players are going to like this one. And now moving over to the next skin is going to be from Mirage, and I have to admit one thing, I actually feel like this is one of the better looking Mirage skins in the game. I also do want to apologize guys for the lag that's going on because ever since the update, I keep lagging in or getting kicked off the game at the moment, but I do think this is one of the better looking Mirage skins in the game because honestly guys, a lot of the skins for Mirage are honestly not that great, and I feel like a lot of players are probably looking for better ones for this character, and I feel like this might be one of them. Moving over to the next skin though is going to be for the Flatline. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I'm not a big fan of some of these bulky skins on the gun. Now, I don't think this one's all that bad, but I also don't think it's the greatest. Plus, I'm sure many players probably don't want the iron sights that's going to be on this gun anyway. Unfortunately, those one flatline skins were going to be nerfed a long time ago. I still can't believe they did that. But moving over to the next skin, though, is going to be for Vantage. And I actually do think this one is pretty awesome as well. I don't run Vantage that much, but this skin's definitely pretty sweet. I love the detail of it. I also do want to know, by the way, guys, which skin is going to be your favorite in this update. Also, that wolf type of thing on her shoulder, I think that's what that is. Maybe like a... Honestly, I really don't know what type of animal that actually is. But moving over to the last skin is going to be a legendary one for Horizon. So I would say this skin does look pretty cool as well. It might not have as much detail as some of the other ones in this event, but at least you can definitely tell it's legendary to a certain extent. Let me know what you guys think about this event in the comments below. I feel like a lot of the skins do look pretty awesome, but then again, 2400 material for one is honestly kind of insane. I have like 5000 and I've been saving that up for a very long time because I haven't bought anything. It's kind of insane I can basically blow through that in just buying 2 of these legendary skins. And then the other way you can also look at it is the fact that you will have to spend $20 per skin as well, but I also do want to take a quick look at the event store as well, guys. I also thought it would have been kind of funny to show myself getting kicked out of the menu here once again, but nonetheless though guys, if you did want to check out the store, the top 2 items here are going to be in the actual like event itself, so if you were to go after the legitimate heirloom, this might be one of the ways to do that. I think it might be a little bit cheaper. I'm honestly not 100% sure on that, but moving over to the bottom skin is going to be the Ghost Stalker for Lifeline. I think I've seen this in a couple of lobbies. This is definitely one of the better looking Lifeline skins, at least for being a really cool looking legendary one, but again, this one is going to be $20 if you guys do want it. Moving over to the next skin is going to be for Bloodhound. I think this one is awesome. The way the armor is designed on this skin, I feel like this is probably one of my favorite Bloodhound skins in the game. But moving over to the returning favorites, guys, the first thing's going to be for Pathfinder. It will cost you $25 for this one. This is also a pretty cool looking skin for Pathfinder as well. I really do like the wood finish on there, plus like the metal finish as well. This skin is definitely pretty dope for that matter. You will also get yourself a flatline skin, which doesn't look too insanely different compared to some of the other ones, but again, it has some dope gold finish on there and some wood finish as well, so at least the skin's going to have some nice detail to it. And then moving over to the next item in the returning favorites category, at least for the next 2 days and 21 hours, is going to be a Loba bundle right here. So you guys will get this skin, which honestly does look pretty awesome for being an epic skin. Now, if you guys were wondering why the other skin is going to be locked, I believe that's because I already have it. So if you don't, I guess that's going to be a bonus skin with Loba as well. But that's basically going to do it for this current event at the moment, guys. Again, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. And what is the #1 heirloom you guys would like to see added into Apex Legends in the next season?